Hello and welcome. So, you just got GDevelop, and you've always wanted to make a game. But before you commit to anything too big, you just want to hop in and learn how to do stuff, but you're not really sure how to begin. And this is what this series is all about. It's going to be a quick series, quick episodes, just showing you a little bit and building up your very first game. And it's not going to be anything special. We're not going to use any fancy sprites. We're going to make everything ourselves, and we're just going to use like regular shapes and blocks that you can just paint in, right? You don't need any assets, nothing like that. We can just jump in and start creating stuff and learning, right? Because this is what I did when I got GDevelop to begin with, right? I got GDevelop and I didn't start making games straight away. I just hop in on an empty project and I started building stuff. Just seeing how GDevelop worked. So let's do something like that and let's create a small game. We're gonna make a platformer, and I'm thinking Mega Man, right? So I'm gonna select the middle one because 1280 by 720, it's in the middle, right? So this is mostly for I don't know mobiles stuff. This is just for desktop stuff. This is right in the middle. You can make mobile or you can make desktop, right? So 720. And again, I was thinking Mega Man. So let's call this guy Ultra Block. Ultra Block. Already selected my folder. Save on my computer. We don't want this. And create project. And just like that. Also, if this is the first time you're watching me, I am literally blind. I am legally blind. So if I take too long clicking on stuff, that is why. Don't be like, what's happening, right? It's because my eyes really don't work well. Anyways, so we got this whole thing. This is our editor. So to begin with, my eyes can't handle bright things. So I'm going to go down here on this area. I'm going to click that color thing. And I'm going to select the color and I'm going to put it to black. Oh, that is so much nicer. There we go. So this is the background of our editor. This is the layer that's all the way in the back, right? We're going to talk about layers further on. But for now, our goal is to make a character and a platform. And we're just going to use simple shapes for that. So to begin with, let's go down here where it says add a new object. Click that. And we're going to select sprite, which is the normal stuff that you use to build games. It's like your normal building blocks. So collect sprite. We're going to call this guy Ultra Block. Or we're just going to call it player to make it simple. So player. That's the name of our sprite. And now add an animation. We're going to click create with Piskel. What is Piskel? Well, it's basically Microsoft Paint, but better, and for pixel art. Don't worry, we're not going to draw anything. So right to begin with, we're going to go here on the side, on this arrow. We're going to click it. And this is like the resizing. Oh, it was already open. It was already open. So this is the size thing. So we're going to do two things. Down here, we're going to change this one, the default size, to 16 by 16. This way, every time you open Piskel to create a new one, it will always start with 16 by 16. And we're going to press enter. There you go, to save. Now we're going to open again. And we're going to uncheck these two. And we're going to make our block 16 by 16. 16 by 16. And then press enter again. There you go. So now we have a 16 by 16 canvas, which means 16 blocks by 16 blocks. You could make it even smaller, but this is to teach you some other stuff further on. Now, let's pick our color. I'm going to make my player a nice shade of blue because I like blue. Maybe a little darker. Just like that. Or maybe a bit brighter. Whatever. That is fine. Nice shade of blue. Sky blue. And then I'm going to click on this thing, which is the paint bucket. And I'm going to click somewhere on the canvas. And just like that, we made a blue thing. Actually, I'm going to make it darker because I want to give it ice. So I'm going to maybe like that. Yeah, that is fine. Oh, no. I'm spending too much time on this. There we go. Something like that. That'll work. Now, I'm going to go here on the pencil. I'm going to again select the color. Put it to white. And now, it doesn't matter where you draw the what shape these are in. We're just going to make two eyes. There you go. Just make sure it's to one side. Like that. And we're facing the right side. Make sure you make two lines on the right side. It doesn't matter. You can make these whatever shape you want, right? You can make a cross, whatever. Or you can do little eyes like this. Just make sure they're on this side of the tile. It's so that later on we can flip him because orientation is a big deal. Right. So now that we have our player, let's go to resizing again. We're going to double check these squares. And now we're going to make it 96 by 96. And then press enter. And now we just supersized our block. And then we press save. And just like that, we got our player. Now, I'm going to press apply or save. And we have an object. Right there. Got our player. Now we're going to do the exact same thing. And sprite. And we're going to call this one tile or ground. Let's call it ground. And create with Piscal. Now, paint bucket. And remember, because we did the default thing, if you open this up, it is not 16 by 16 because reasons. Whatever, game. So just uncheck these two and then put it to 16 by 16. Make sure. All right, press enter. All right, it should have started with 16 by 16. I don't know. But let's pick a color. And pick whatever color you want your ground to be. I'm going to pick an orange. So it like clashes against the blue. That might be too bright. That is nice. Okay, it's a bit dark. And now again, open it again. Where is it? Check these two. And now 96 by 96. 96, 96. Press enter. Supersize. Press save. And now we have a block. Right, so now we have these two tiles. We have a player and we have a ground. Now we need to give them behaviors so they can actually do stuff. Or better yet, first of all, let me show you this. So if we grab the tile and we put it somewhere there. Now, if we need to make two tiles, this is going to be a nightmare, right? So let me copy paste this. And you can just select and then copy paste using the hotkeys or the menu, whichever one you want. Right, so to make a wall or something, man, this is going to be a nightmare. Like getting here is like, oh, is it right? Is it in the right spot? Oh, let me, you know, it's a bit of a pain. So sizing matters, right? The dimensions. My God, I can't speak. So how do we fix this, and how do we make this easy? We go up here on the cardinal, which is the grid, and we're gonna click. Am I not seeing? There we go. Show grid. And then we're gonna click it again, and then set up the grid. And we're gonna change the grid to the same color as the background, so you can't really see the grid. It's nicer to work with. And we're gonna change the cell width and height to the same as our blocks, which is 96 by 96. And then we just press apply. Now check this out. Now if I drag it, it's snapping to the grid. For as long as we have the grid showing, it's gonna snap to it. So now, if I select it, then copy and paste, it's so much nicer to make stuff, right? Because you can just do this. Just like that. You made like the startings of a level by just copy pasting stuff. And it's so easy. And if I like, oh, I don't like this block here, I just drag and drop. It will always snap neatly to the place, right? So now let's do the same thing for our player. Let's put the player right there in the middle. Now if I click preview, that's our game. But nothing happens. You can't do anything, you can't control the character. So now we need to do something called a behavior. We need to add behaviors to our pieces to make them do stuff. So you either double click your items here, or you double click here on the side. Let's start with the player. Double click the player, click behaviors, click add a behavior. And now we're going to go to the search engine. There's going to be a lot of behaviors. Just ignore them for now. And do platformer character. Platformer character. Click on this one. We're going to ignore all these things for now. And we're just going to press apply. Now, if we just preview, well, our character can move now, but it just went straight through all the blocks. So double click the block, either there or they're all the same. You don't need to do them for each single one. They're all the same, right? If you change one, you change all of them. But let's double click there. Behaviors. Add a behavior. And this one's going to be a platform. Platform behavior. Ignore that. Don't change anything and just hit apply. Now we gave all of these the platform behavior. Now if I press preview, ooh, character's not falling anymore. Now the default controls are the arrow keys, so left for left, right for right, and space to jump. And now our character moves around. How cool is that? Ultra block has started. And you can just have as much fun as you want. First time I booted up GDevelop and I made something like this, I spent ages just making like a simple level and just playing around and just giggling to myself and going, oh my god, I've made a little game. So have as much fun as you want. Anyways, that was step 1, making the character. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. After I find the button. Wait. I might as well just click it. Alt tapping's not working. Anyways, catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.